Hello day traders! Last week was marked by the strengthening of the US dollar and the stock market. The decline in political uncertainty and the increase in treasury yields acted as determining factors. On Monday, the US dollar strengthened on the background of Macron's victory in presidential elections. The ICE dollar index, which measures the US dollar against the basket of 6 major currencies, rose by 0.6%. The Dow Jones index closed at a record high. The leader of the growth was the energy sector. The Nasdaq index added 0.3%, closing at a record high. On Tuesday, the U.S. stock market closed lower despite good corporate reports. The stocks of energy companies dropped with a decrease in oil prices. The dollar continued strengthening. The statements of the official representatives of the central bank indicated that the Fed would implement the policy of gradual rate hikes. The S&P 500 dropped by 0.1%. 7 out of the 11 main sectors closed in the red. The leaders of the decrease were the sectors of utilities, energy, and materials. On Wednesday, the U.S. stocks closed with a slight increase. The leader of the growth was the energy sector amid the growth in oil prices. The dollar increased on the background of the growth in Treasury bonds yields. The ICE dollar index, which measures the US dollar against the basket of 6 major currencies, closed 0.1% higher. The S&P 500 added less than 0.1%, with 8 of the 11 sectors closing higher. The leader of the growth was the energy sector, up 1.1%. On Tuesday, oil prices rose by 0.5% on information about the reduction of deliveries from Saudi Arabia into Asia. Also, according to the Department of Energy, an additional factor was the decline in oil reserves in the U.S. The WTI futures rose to $48 per barrel. On Friday, the Russian ruble slightly strengthened. A certain impact was made by the upcoming tax payment and the growth of the oil prices. The European stock markets recorded an increase. Positive corporate reports were released. It also became known that in the first quarter, the German economy showed the GDP growth at the level of 0.6%. The main drivers of the growth were construction and exports. This week, we expect the publication of the unemployment rate in the U.S. and the jobless claims. Positive data, the decrease of both indicators, is likely to strengthen the market expectations of an interest rate hike in June. This, in its turn, will support the strengthening of the dollar against the basket of the most liquid currencies. Happy trading and see you next week.